All right, guys. Honey Jefe here. So it's the 14th of September. Just one quick thing I want to do out here. This is the cow pasture apiary. Let's see. Yesterday, I added this deep with a bunch of wet frames to that single deep there, and I added a super with a lot of frames with uncapped nectar right here. It was going to be between that one and this one, and I chose that one because this one had 4 frames of just foundation. So what I'm gonna do is take those 4 or 5 frames of foundation out and replace them with some wet frames. Let me back this up a little bit. I didn't do what I wanted it to do. It's hard to do these with gloves on. So I just brought this box here. It's got 5 frames of well, probably some uncapped honey. It's got comb for sure, so that's why I'm bringing it to replace the foundation over here. But just a variety of things. But what I wanted to look at, see that butterfly on that sunflower right there? Pretty proud of that little sunflower bush. All right, so I'm not smoking because I'm not breaking down all these things. I'll make sure I got a hive tool with me though. Thought I had one on me. So I'm gonna grab a hive tool. I'm gonna pull out these foundations here and replace it with what I got over here. That's it. So I'm not gonna smoke them. Walk around here and grab that. I wouldn't recommend doing this without smoking normally, especially if you got people around you. But I just got 2 quick errands to do, and I'm gonna kind of be out of it today. They're not gonna build out comb this time of year, September. And now that I have other frames available, I'm gonna take advantage of it. It looks like I got 4 frames or 5 frames. So I just got done working with a guy that I get a lot of my mentoring from. Worked with him today, Tracy, for about an hour or 2. He talked about, you know, killing your queens and replacing your queens. He does it on a routine, regular basis. And I know he knows what he's doing. I don't understand, but I was always kind of uncomfortable doing that. Anytime I've killed a queen, I've always tried to replace it or whatever. I wasn't doing it. I guess I won't say the right way. All right, so this has got some honey. I may do some rearranging here, but I mean, this is kind of interesting. I got we probably worked about 18 hives or so. Watched him kill a few queens, and he had some other queens that he ready to replace them. He wasn't expecting them to roll their own queens. I think that's what I thought that is what you're supposed to do. So now after working with them, see, this is just, I've actually harvested the honey out of this, so this is just empty cells. It's pretty wet too. I didn't spin it. I just let it drip for a day or two in my tank and collected it and put it in the freezer. Not really much on this. I'm gonna take that out. So it is a great experience working with somebody that knows what they're doing. It's pretty nice. So I think I'm gonna try that next year. I mean, it costs money too. You gotta buy your queens if you're not raising your own. So I may look into that, replacing the queens. It's kind of funny, a lot of these hives that he was looking at, he'd find brood, he's like, oh, this one's not doing good. Replacing the queen anyway, you know, so not worried about it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, those colonies look better than any colony I've ever had. And that's just the difference between experience and knowledge and wisdom versus getting out there and just kind of learning on your own. Okay, so Hive 3 had 5 frames of foundation that are useless right now. They're not going to build out comb in September before the winter kicks in, but they will bring in pollen and nectar and store it if whatever they have already built. So now they got more places to lay eggs and store honey and pollen. That's useless. This is not. Also, I did learn, never thought about it, but seeing frames being pollen bound. That's a pretty interesting concept, I guess, for a guy like me who learns things late after everybody else probably already knew. I knew about being nectar bound, honey bound. Did not think about being pollen bound, but it's a thing. And I got to see a few of those today where these frames were pollen bound, or some of the opportunities for a hive to become pollen bound like that. So let me put this top back on here. So if I had an extra queen, basically what I would have done today with Tracy, if this was my hive, I'd have gone through it, found the queen, killed it, replaced it with a new queen. And he didn't spend a lot of time looking at the queen and like going like, well, this one's good. No, I'm gonna give it another year. It could have been a pretty new queen. You know, so I'm more comfortable trying it. I still need to understand the reasons why. What happens when you don't do it? Why would you do it? Not just because your queens get old and they get cranky. There's more reasons to why I need to understand, or why they do that. I'm not quite there yet. I just haven't like really studied it that much. But I'll get there. And I think by the time it's time to do it again, I'll start doing it. I'll start replacing some queens. It may not be my whole, I may just go to one apiary and just do every queen that way and see how that works. And then I'll start getting braver at it. And I do need to have a better rationale and understand why. But these bees are doing pretty good. They're pretty calm. So now today I'm going to go over to the blaze apiary. I'm going to pull that top super, that deep off, and close it up. I'll make a quick video of that and just ramble on some more. But that's it. This is put that kind of in a little trash pile. I like those, man. Those are awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna come around there and turn that thing off.